Now it's time to install the shower vent fan. Now I'm not gonna be installing a fan in the shower that I have to drill where I have to drill a hole in the ceiling or the wall to blow the humid air out. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do something different. I got this really fast 2-wire PC fan, and I'm gonna put it above the door here to the hallway, pointed towards the maxxfan fan. So whenever we are showering, we can turn the fan on and it will be blowing the air towards the maxxfan, and the maxxfan will turn it on to suck the air out, so that moisture will get sent out outside of the bus. That's gonna be a lot easier than trying to drill holes, and you know that increases chances of leaks and everything. And I got this big fan, 12 volt DC, and I got these corner braces, 3/4 inch corner braces that I'm gonna use to attach it to framing. And I'm gonna actually angle it a little bit because I'm gonna have a cover, you know, grill type of deal, vent cover. So I'm gonna angle it so it's pointing more towards the fan. I got this screw that came with a fan, and I'm gonna put the L bracket like so. And then I got my little nut on the other end. And then on the top side I got the same thing. And then on the, because this is going to be sitting like this. Yeah, so now on the opposite side, so I gotta put them here. Here and here. And I got some thread locker, blue thread locker. I'm gonna put it on these screws. That's good, and I'm gonna repeat that for all 4. There it is. So looking at the sticker, 2 on the right side, flip it around, 2 on the right side. They're on the opposite sides. I cut the screws, the extra that was sticking out. Now I have my horizontal piece of this framing, and I'm gonna use the fan as the guide to know where to install the framing. I have these wires that are for this stuff here that are in the way. So I would have to cut a groove in the framing to fit the wires. Now that I have the groove, I can come in here. Okay, well, I'm gonna install this now under the angle on the framing. Now I can come in here. The problem is that this top plate is angled, so there's a gap right here. There is no gap on this side, but there's a gap right here. So I'm gonna screw this one, and then I'm gonna put a little spacer there. Nah, this is solid. Now I got this nut that's gonna be the right size to serve as a washer for me, as a spacer, I mean. There we go. That's solid. That's not going anywhere. I wish it's more angled, but it's gonna be blowing this way, and then this one is gonna be sucking it in. I gotta make sure this is 90 degrees. Here's the progress. I I ran the wires, connected them. I put a switch down here. Actually, I still have to connect the switch. And I have to clean up these wires, shorten them a little bit over here, and move these wires on this side. Of course, they're all gonna be here. Anyway, then I switched over to the shiplap. I have these that I got, these grills. They're made for doors, so there's one on the other side as well. They screw into each other, and I'm basically doing this right here. I'm gonna use a jigsaw to cut out like a notch here where the fan is, because it's too thick and it's hitting the fan. It won't go flush with the wall. I have trimmed it with the jigsaw in a few spots, and now I can come here and put it in. Perfect. I cleaned up these wires over here, shortened them, and then I put some electrical tape all around the wires in the way it goes. Put some zip ties. It's looking nice. Now I'm coming over here. I'm putting it upside down. That way it's blowing the air up instead of downwards, blowing it up to the ceiling to this fan. On this side I'm putting it the right way up. The problem I have is the screws it came with are too short. I need like 3.5 inch long screws, about that much, but they still have to be skinny to go through the holes, and I don't have any of those. And maybe I'll buy those, but what I can also do is once I paint the inside, I can just use some caulk or some sealant and just put a few dabs there, and that's gonna be enough behind it and hold it down. That's gonna be enough to hold this. You know, I don't need to screw it through, but I'll see if I find skinny long screws. I'll put him. It does not come with the covers for the screws, so you're gonna have to put some sealant there or something. I have wired this Leviton switch to the fan. This switch is rated for DC. This is also DC, that's for the lights. So I'm gonna turn it on now. There you go. It's blowing the air over here, and it's hitting the ceiling. It's going right towards the maxxfan fan. I have a whole separate video of wiring these switches for the ceiling lights, the puck lights. So I mean, same method, you can watch that video. And thanks for watching, guys, and follow along to see what we do next.